Alright, we are back. Talk to our favorite girl that we start our mornings with nowadays. That would be considered day 9. But today, I'm calling it exciting. But today I'm pretty excited. For the first time, Olivia is actually joining me on the metro. We headed for the city. It's going to be a little metro. For the last several nights, Olivia has been using my inbox to store sketching ideas while her wrist heals. On Thursday, she even attempted to send me a few left-handed sketches, but gave up after the third or fourth malformed draft. Then Liz sent the game-changing invitation to our group chat. Her uncle has some business in the city and he told her she could go do something with the time since it's her car. So she invited the rest of us to join her for lunch at a pizza place. It got us pretty thrilled. So she vetted us as in the girl. So how did I forget his name already? I know it's not Dylan. Damien. So where's Damien? It got me pretty thrilled. Olivia understood the order to stay off her hands, but that doesn't make her less manic about wanting to get back into it. Why'd you agree if you don't want to go? Well, a trip to the city wouldn't suck so bad if you're there. Even if I really want to start that meeting. You're almost done healing, it won't be much longer. But Lanigan said you should at least wait for a bit. Yeah. That too. Besides, I don't want to be around Damien while he's, Poor guy looked positively miserable when I picked Olivia up. He was pale and shaking, and the floor between his feet was left bubbling after a particularly powerful sneeze. Has it ever been that bad? It happens like once a year. It's the one reason we don't share around. One moment he's fine, the next he's inebriated. This car is weird. We ride this every day. Yep. This is even my seat. Right next to the folding accessibility seat. What, did you start accounting for me before we even met? Maybe I did. She mouths something and rolls her eyes, but there's a clear smile after as she goes back to watching the passing notes. Compared to a car ride together, this felt more intimate. Even if there are more people in close proximity, none of them paid us any mind. Just Olivia and I. Several stations later, the metro grinds to a halt at our stop. Alright, you ready? Yeah. Olivia shoos my hand away when I go to help her out the metro. I like the other iteration so much better. We stepped out into the chilled air of the city. I'm already getting goosebumps that the cold front is really making itself known. We should find Liz quickly before Olivia starts shivering. Are you seeing a long, big green neck anywhere? None that I know of. Great, that sounds awesome. We looked around through the alleyway into the clothes shops. Maybe she's in the bathroom. I'd wait around, but I don't want Olivia to wait out in the cold. Did we go to the wrong stop? Just text her already. Crap, right up tongue. Liz, what? Hey, where did you go? A moment later, her head ropes out the door of a nearby coffee shop, followed by the rest of her. Hey, Inca! Glad you guys can make it. Yeah, just got confused. Didn't know you'd be in the cafe there. Really? I've been in there the whole time. I messaged Damien. I went in to escape the cold then. Where's Damien? Oh man, he got a nasty sick right before we left. He couldn't make it. But, is he fine? He'd be fine, I think. Okay, alright. Well, that just throws a wrench into all my plans now, doesn't it? We can still have fun without him, right? Yeah, I know, it's just, well, I was hoping between the four of us, it would be like a double date. Yeah, Damien and me, you and Inka, all together at a fancy lunch. Oh, Liz, Olivia and I are. Oh. I'm sorry, I've just assumed. Boy, this is embarrassing. Whole day seems like everything's going wrong for me. It's fine. Yeah. We can still have a good time. I'm still having lunch with friends. I'm sure you guys would love it too, come on. Liz leads us through the streets and points out our destination. When it comes to view, there's a towering skyscraper. The building is more akin to a narrow spike pavement skyward, with a large disc-like room built near the tip. And you see that space near the top? It's the restaurant. They built it way up there that the whole thing slowly rotates, so your view changes while you eat. You can see the whole city, ocean, even mountains. Olivia backed up. Whoa. Olivia is running away. I've gone here with my parents all the time as a kid, and I always daydreamed about bringing friends and important guests there. And, well, you know, business type stuff. This will be my first time on my own. Well, you know, yeah. Well, you see, there's even a. Well, hold up. We lost Olivia. We turned around to check on our Ernest Gator friend, who's a bit further behind and grimacing. He comes slowly rolling in, fighting to hide the sight winces every time she pushes her clothes. Oh, sorry. Fine. You sure you don't want to help? I can manage it by own, please. Alright, you want to lead the way? Alright. It's that Space Needle looking place, right? She rolls ahead, Liz and I follow behind, continuing our conversation. The restaurant is an impressive spire with the actual seating area 30th floor or so up. After Liz verifies her reservation, we let into a special elevator with a glass front. After a minute or so of rising above the city, we stop and the door slide open to reveal the restaurant. In a circular room with a seating by the window and an inner ring from bars, the kitchen is lit up to center. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it's the kind of a place my parents would bring me to. The waitress greets us and leads us to a table by the window. One of the seats closest to the window is moved so Olivia's wheelchair can fit by the table. She approaches the space and stops. She looks down out the window. Can we switch seats? Fred White. Shut up. Alright. I oblige, shifting the seat over so she can sit instead by the aisles. the small things in the animation like this, but the characters moved down because they were sitting, how they literally just swap places in the swap seats. Quite the view, huh? I can see why it'll make you squeamish. Olivia's heights also scare the living daylight out of me. What? Are you afraid of heights, Liz? Well, yeah, isn't everyone? That doesn't make any goddamn sense, Liz. Your head taking 3 stories above your shoulder in height scares me. Look, aerophobia is the irrational fear of heights, okay? So of course it doesn't make sense for so. That whatever height sucks. We agree on that at least. So what do you think? It's very nice. I can see why you want us to come here. Liz nods. My family usually comes here once a year. Uncle Ferris has to remember to bring along a letter from the owner saying he's fine to let in, that he won't bring the whole tower down. What the hell is Biscuit? I'll probably say it wrong anyways. Any of us looking into the menu, right? We're here to eat. Lobster biscuit. It's lobster tail and a creamy kind of soup. Then why not call it lobster soup? Biscuit. Biscuit is a stupid word. I looked down at the menu myself. There's all of your standard options between pasta, sandwiches, cuts of meat. Some weird novelty things, but I actually like to try those. I guess I'll have, oh my god, options. These options will change my entire life. What do you want? Double tropical cheeseburger with pineapple sauce sounds insane. A chicken pizza. The chicken is the crust. An entire leg of cow. Carnivore selection. Same with olive. Same with Olivia. Calamari wooden steak is even carved to look like the restaurant. So Olivia, I'm guessing from this, is getting an entire leg of a cow. Which, I'm gonna be honest, sounds crazy. If I like kebab, the wooden steak even carved to look like the restaurant doesn't sound bad. Chicken pizza, the chicken is the crust, I don't know. Double tropical cheeseburger with pineapple sauce. This just sounds weird, bruh. You sure? With onion rings? If you want it, I'm buying. I don't know, the way Olivia just responded to that, I feel like I shouldn't have picked that. They're serving breakfast all day today. I'm going with their pancake platter. Liz waves the waitress over and we give our orders. Nostalgia pick. You got me. Takes me back, way back. He stares out the window. I look out the horizon as well. The view has shifted a bit to show the mountain. We all look out for a long while. Maybe a little too long. Ordinarily, this would be around the time Damien would say something that kept the conversation going. Right, he's usually the one that brings us all together. Yeah, it's strange to think about it, but Liv and Olivia aren't really more than acquaintances. But during lunch, it's Damien that always makes sure everyone else is included in the conversation. Nothing comes to mind. I don't think I'd make a good Damien. One moment, please. I ring Damien up in the hallway. He's sick, yes, but hopefully he has something for me to eat. If he picks up, please. Yell out, "Hey, I want to talk to Damien." Nah, he's out right now. Mom's with him in the backyard. He's puking his guts out in the bucket. Why? Pest control guys buys it from us for $50. Gross. What do you want him for? I can tell him when he comes back in. Why not? I want to know how he keeps our friend group so lively. Like, I would considering small talk just to bring up movies or something. Ew, no, movies suck. Nobody actually likes them. What? I'm playing Fortnite. I'll turn it down so you can hear me. I heard what you said. It was just dumb. Was it? Oh yeah. There's a pause for a moment. Movies always suck. Like, they started in black and white and without sound, and they never really got better. Even when they peaked in the 70s, they only barely became watchable. Have you ever even watched The Godfather? Dad made me watch that stuff and it's just sucked. No, you probably just didn't get it. Dad explained the whole plot to me ins and out, and it really was just mid-trash. That movie won an award. You can't just call it trash. Yeah, I can. Movies are just trash genres of content. Even the best ones are usually just polished turds that waste your time. Okay then, what's a good movie? Ever heard of Mr. Beast? How about the Storytime animations? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not. Any popular content on YouTube provides you value for your time. And the classics that you old people fought over, it still sucks. Those already movies. They move and I watch them. Not my point. You chocolate. As if you could ever even think of comparing that slot to the likes of Star Wars, The Godfather, Blade Runner 2049. Movies are one of the massive piles of dirt fart, but even if can sometimes make something mediocre. Those are billions of dollars of franchise. Millions of people would disagree with this deranged nonsense. Doo-doo fart. Oh my... You little. Listen, you little scamp. Next time I see you, I'm going to wring your little neck like a wash rag. What? Who is this? Shit. Calm down, calm down. Kill him later. No, I didn't even get that advice. I slipped back to my seat and stepped down, catch my breath. Whoa, you are right. Your eyes are twitching. I didn't even think I'd ever even been more angry in my life. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. I rubbed the tension from my face. Fine, I can be a good Damien all myself. So Liz, yeah? You mentioned when we first met you wanted to be an art dealer, getting the right people, the right paintings, right? How's it going? Oh yeah, it's going great. I just got accepted to Marshland University, actually. Oh snap. Yeah, I finally got everything all to work out for myself. I'm going to hit the ground running once I graduate. It's pretty cool. I'm just still figuring things out. You too, right, Olivia? I only got the short-term goal right now, but I'm interested in what Liz was talking about. Right, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting. But what was annoying was having to contact the treasury and administration about the broken cabinet. I mean, what even happened? Whoever did it, I wish they could have dealt with Mr. Scalar's neurotoxic tantrum the way I did. We're still finding glass shards all over the floor, and I get screamed at as if I'm the one responsible for it. Taylor needs to put the coffee mug down sometimes. Jeez. It's not a problem anymore. We already ordered a new display. It should be installed next month. Oh. I got off track. What were we talking about again? The art dealing thing. I'm actually interested. Oh well, the plan is to be able to open my own business. I'll start online and I'll work my way up to having a physical location. Uncle Ferris told me he's willing to help me figure the legal part out. I've already gotten a few connections, some people that might be interested in being involved that run some pretty decent prices for me. I mean, and I'll be selling my own work too. I've gotten even better at painting since the start of the year. Have you noticed? I think you have, yeah, although since I'm not an artist, I'll admit, some of the details are probably lost to me. Liz nods. Maybe Maybe I'll buy sometime. You'll give me a discount, right? Maybe. Olivia, have you painted anything good recently? No. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Well, I got one I really want to be doing. Why didn't you? Because I got dragged here instead, she states. Dang it, Olivia. I mean, not that I'm mad. Liz looks like she wants to say something, but thought the eyes on her tongue. Yeah. The conversation and the tension thankfully gets interrupted as our food arrives. The social media influencer itches to take a photo of each palette, especially with how good they presented it. Dang, I should have brought my camera along with me. Wait, I have my phone. Say, Olivia. Hey. Say, Olivia. I turned just in time to see her clamp her jaws on a huge hunk of meat, tearing it right off the bone. Never mind. How does it taste? It takes a moment to chew her food before sending it down the hatch, then smiling as she gives me a greasy thumbs up. Liz chuckles for Olivia's good review as she lowers her head to get the first bite of her pancake. Given that her neck is making movement equivalent to doing the happy dance, I'm guessing that the pancakes are good. My view has changed again, and I have noticed it. I could almost feel the slow rotation of the room. I savor my other rings while watching the Velocaro buff pan right by us, taking in the amazing view. My thoughts reach out for my camera, already calculating the restaurant's rotation with the proper settings to capture a full 360 panoramic I could achieve. And a separate section of my mind recalls the other panoramic of the city I saw. The one that is now nothing more but shredded debris. Say, Liz. The Brontosaurus takes a moment to respond as she attempts to clamp her snout into her glass of water. Stupid glass. Yeah. So you mentioned all about wanting to be an artist and being a part of that system. I guess you could be cool if we worked together. Come again? I don't know. Just seems like a decent idea. No, I get it. Now it's Liz's turn to pause for her food, sitting upright and carefully tapping the napkin on her closed lip. Maybe, but I don't think you want that, honestly. Not that. No, that'd be cool. I like that. Oh yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah, I'm trying to get this whole thing off the ground on my own. Without elders' help, right? Like how you feel about your art stuff. That's different. Point is, it's important to me that my start is as self-sustaining as possible. But you just said you had connections in your uncle. Yeah, family and such, not. Olivia raises that iconic eyebrow. Friends, or is it just me? Olivia didn't even start making a scene. I have to do something. Olivia, Liz, come on, guys. Can we finish lunch first? How am I making a scene? Liz, I'm just curious about your life for once. Liz, well, it's not like this then. I'd rather you go back to giving me the silent treatment. Oh no. Oh no, 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 what have I done? What's your deal? Damon Inco wanted us to be friends here. I'm actually trying, and what am I not worthy enough for your stuck up? If you don't want my friendship before, or Damien's for years, it just sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. I wanted to be friends, just not like that. I thought things would finally start getting good. Olivia, there's a lot of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends, all their offers. You can't blame me if I just ignore both. Lizzie, let me finish, please. I'm not mad. I envy you, I admit it. Anyone would, effortlessly getting that attention and help. I hate it. I know, and I know it's wrong, but that's just what I've been thinking for a while. I see all the things you have available to you all these years, and you just take them for granted. It's just, I just think it's a wasteful way to live. Like, sorry, I appreciate you guys. After telling to my face how you'd rather be elsewhere and not here while eating at my expense. You know what, Olivia? This is the most nice I can do for you at the moment because you really don't deserve anything else. Liz. Liz claps her hand over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond. She looks down at her plate. I'm going to use the restroom. She pushes herself away from the table and through the aisles. Oh no. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't mean to snap. It's alright. Once Olivia gets back, you can apologize. No, I don't think I can. After everything, I think I deserve that much. Good God. The brief was just to get those two talking and have a good time. And it's like a grenade was thrown onto the table. Oh, I'm a terrible Damien. Let me tell you. Liz? Yeah? Why didn't it work? Why didn't what work? I know you two aren't on the greatest terms, so I tried to keep the conversation going, so it wouldn't get awkward and nobody would get left out like Damien does. I feel like this is somehow my fault, but how? I did everything I was supposed to do. I don't think you did anything wrong. Why does this never happen around Damien? Good question, I don't know. Nix picks up her plate, popping the yolk of her over easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I push any further and say anything I want to say right now. Olivia wouldn't like me prodding right now either. There's no options. I tried to think of something else, but nothing. I can't think of doing anything else at all. Not without making someone uncomfortable or worse, getting them mad at me. And I've never even anticipated something like this happening. It's frustrating. I can't do anything, but I can't do nothing, obviously. If I want to smooth things over, right now Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around in the hallway, but the point is the two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying that? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I think I'd rather you did. Dang, they have so many choices. Like, I don't think the food option mattered much. But come on, Liz, help me out here. Ask Liz for help. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? Go find Olivia. This is actually a hard choice. We can alternately go find Olivia, chat with her, realistically. Because they're both alone, and we pretty much ready to shadow her by herself, so technically go to Olivia, chat with her by herself real quick. I don't think we should bother Liz too much. I definitely don't want to take the first one. Go bother Olivia. A heavy breath escapes me as I stand up in my chair. If you'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilts comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia. Oh. She waves me off as I turn away. Making my way to the restaurant, part of me marvels at how I didn't even feel the room spinning. Kinda makes me dizzy, honestly, but it's just I'm too busy work to distract myself. After all, I have no idea what I'm going to say to Olivia. Hey, should I ask her how she is? Inka? Well, I'm on the spot now. Hey, I just came to see what you were doing. I thought I had more time to think about something, but instead of being by the restroom, Olivia was... Why are you here by the fire? Wanted to see if they'd give me a menos. Monos yet? What? Me? Moss? Yeah. You know, like OJ and yeah, but you don't drink, says you. He takes a long sip of a glass flute filled with orange liquid. I make to slap it out of her hands, but her tail stops me. I'm joking, jeez. It's like you Inko, virgin. She grins and scowls and continues sipping her drink. Want some? She holds out a glass to me with that smug smile of hers. Taking the flute, I can clearly see where her lips had touched it. Olivia looks to be leaning forward as she stares at the glass. Ignoring the heat in my cheeks, I tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some of the liquid into my mouth. This is just juice and ginger ale. Handing her back the glass for a split second, I thought I saw some disappointment in her eyes. Maybe I'm just seeing things now. With the shake of my head, I refocus. I came to check on Olivia and fix things between her and Liz. You okay, Olivia? You? Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I be? Her eyes are wide open, yet not looking my way. Well, because of what Liz said. Oh. She sags in her chair. Olivia? No, yeah, that was. Her finger circles the lip of her glass as she thinks. I'm not hurt, just frustrated. She looks at her glass one final time, then down the last quarter of it in a single swallow. Afterwards, Olivia sets it on the bar on top of a couple crummy dollar bills. I mean, Liz doesn't get it, Inka. Maybe if she walked a mile in my shoes, she would, but I hate to see you guys go at it like that. Yeah. Maybe it's been a long time coming for me, but who cares? A long time coming. I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while, probably been holding that in. Doesn't mean I want to hear it though. All the time I've known her, she's just been so far ahead of me. You heard her yapping about how her art is getting better, how many connections she has, and how it'll get her $1 billion or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to start getting my crap together. Like that. I look at that charisma between us and it fills me with dread. It's just jealousy, I know it. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting further in life, while I can't even convince myself to try. It's different actually getting her upset at me. Over this specifically, I just mentioned being someone she considered a real acquaintance, and she blows up like that. You want to talk about it? No. You sure? Is that what you wanted to see me about? Particularly, the other part is that I'm a bit confused. I wasn't expecting things to go the way they did, so I came to see you to ask you for help to make things right. Well, I'm not apologizing if that's what you mean. I'll be out here Ask Olivia for help. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? This is a lot of setup. The heck? Because we basically got the same question, but now I can't just go to another girl. It's actually interesting what the other lines are. Now we can't avoid this question. I think our next best interest would be just, we don't want to avoid upsetting others. We collectively understand that this is something that had to, more or less needed to be said, but not wanted to be heard. So frankly, they would just get around this in a couple days at best. Let's see what this does for us. No, that's not it. Rubbing my scalp to help my thoughts flow, I just let my words come out unfiltered. I'm serious, Olivia, I need some help. I have our full attention now, my words just keep coming out. I feel like I did everything right, but it went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument, and although it wasn't needed, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's gray eyes widened in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but nothing that wouldn't make someone upset, or worse, get them mad at me. Why do you care about others' opinions so much? Because you're my friends. I want all of us to get along and enjoy lunch we got invited to, but I don't know how to fix it. The only thing I can think of will just probably make you guys upset at me. So that's why I'm asking you. Me. You're self-reliant. You're strong in your stance to never accept help on account of your conditions. For the longest time that confused me. Well, it still does, but you do you. When you do it, it confuses you. Well, it's like the others are willing to give, and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling them those thoughts don't matter. One way to put it. That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something, for the sake of your goals, you don't accept. You take the hard road. Saying it out loud, I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't know how. What do you do when there's no good option? Wow. Oh, well, thanks. I guess I'll put it this way. I'd make an alcoholic happy to give him alcohol, even though it hurts him. But sending him to rehab, that's painful. It's not a happy journey to me. But it's good for him. Absolutely, that's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs getting done. In any case, that means ignoring the help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes someone uncomfortable, then that's their problem, not mine. When something needs doing, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. That makes sense. I'm making this up as I go along. I think so, yeah. If that's the right thing, you get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, standing alone for your own standards is cool. You'll be trying, and that's what matters. Yeah. Thanks, Olivia. Hey, you're welcome. Saying all that out loud is helpful in helping me understand a few things too. You ready to head back? I have an idea to smooth everything over. Sure. I'm curious what you have in mind, even if you think I won't like it. I started heading back to the table. Olivia follows close behind me. Hey, you guys are back. Everything good? I'm all cooled off. Yeah, everything's great. I want to give my 2 cents and try to resolve everything. God, the options are insane. This whole day has been 5 different options. Set of options. Okay. I can decide who's right. You're my friend. Liz is right. Olivia needs to think others more. Olivia's right. You both are wrong. They both are wrong and right. There is no winner here. That's a fact, and I'm not taking sides. But they definitely both are pretty much wrong, 100%. I take a deep breath. I don't really want to have to do this. Olivia watches carefully, she talks me through this, and I can do it. I won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Inka. Just say what you need to say. I think you're both acting silly. Really? Both of us? I don't know. That's trying to get you guys conversing would make those sore feelings come out. And that was my mistake, my bad. But it's just ridiculous. Liz, I get Olivia was a shut-in and didn't really open up to you back then. But that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was a question. No, I guess not. Then what use is holding a grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine. That's your prerogative. But when you said Olivia is just treating you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. And Olivia, I hate to say this, but you have been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for you, and hey, we all get to have a nice dinner in a crazy place like this. But when you say you'd rather be home painting, it's just insulting Liz. It's telling me you'd rather not have me here with you as well. I love how much you're opening up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you just refuse to see eye to eye, too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the other to act the way we think they should, the better. And I thank you for your advice. I hope you don't be mad at me for saying this. Just please be a little bit more considerate. That's it. Again, sorry if I went too far. Liz, you're right. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument. Well, it was bothering me, and it would have turned into something more given time. Alright, that's fair, I appreciate the effort. That's what you had in mind when you asked for advice. Yeah. I figured it would be something a lot worse. Like the roast of the century you've been holding against us. But if that's it, that's also decent. You're usually pretty thoughtful, so I guess I can see how it was a lot for you. We're nearly adults, it's not going to bother us. At least it shouldn't. So, are we good? Yeah. Thanks, Inka. Thanks. Alright. Dun, dun. That went much better than expected. After things settled down, we finished off our meals. While Olivia finished our meals, Liz had noticed it first when one of her whole pancakes simply vanished. And although I thought my underwing pile was looking smaller by the minute, looking Olivia's way, she simply waved at us with the most bizarre concoction of onion rings, flapjack syrup, and beef on her plate. But I'll make you guys better food than this later. The thief of our food stopped shortly after that, and though the portion had diminished, we all were thoroughly satisfied with the meal. I offered to pay, or at least pinch in with the check, but Liz refused. She insisted since it was her idea to begin with. But I had always figured it was the man's place to pay for a date, and this was a date kind of. Neither of our hands lifted for a tiny leather booklet. And I don't know how long we spent playing tug-of-war over it. Olivia at least found it amusing, even recording our stare down on her phone. Her victory was mine as I managed to palm my debit card to the waitress before Liz could give her back the check booklet. With that done, all that was left for us here was making the most of the meal. Olivia leaded the way to the observatory deck on the floor beneath the restaurant. She immediately regretted it, as the blast of cold air even had me shivering a bit. The altitude plus the late fall weather meant the deck was mostly clear of gusts, but the view was easily worth the cold, as I made a mental note to come back here one day with my DSLR. We slowly moved to the railings so we can fully take in the skyline. From the bluffs and the out towards the ocean. The bluffs that out towards the ocean. What is that line? From the bluffs and out towards the ocean. Along with the city skyscrapers that were dwarfed by this fire. And as I scanned over, I doubled down on the mental note, because seeing Olivia silhouetted by this beautiful view is brr. I didn't get how you two can stand this temperature. This doesn't look that cold. All she's doing is rubbing her hands in a theoretic manner. I'm going to be by the elevator, guys, okay? Her head moves over to Olivia and then hushly whispers shared between them. Finally, Liz's body turns and leaves, her head following shortly after with a beaming smile. Olivia? Donut. Her eyes remain on me, alright. Maybe it is a little colder though, as Olivia's face is slowly turning red. Something's up. Well... Her eyes shell down and her hands raise up until she's carefully examining her wrists. I watch as she carefully tests her hands, wincing occasionally as she slowly flexes and rotates her hands. About the painting. Not until you're better. I know, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to be way out of practice when I'm all better. So you're going to practice. She smiles as she turns to me, probably excited about the prospect of starting work on that soon. Yes, I have the mental image for it in my mind and everything. My smile lessens though, and her tone becomes uneasy. I just want to make it perfect. I have the mental image, but I won't have to. Plus, between the carpal tunnel and the rushing out all those pieces from Mia, I think I understand what she's getting at, but her smile is back again. Once I can paint again, I need time for practice. I want to show Mr. Lankis the greatest piece I can create. Do you need anything? Her words cut my thoughts off. No, I have all the paint in. No, I mean, do you need any help with your practice? Her face glows red again. Maybe. Well, I don't know how much help I can be with my complete lack of painting talent. But otherwise, yeah, I'll do whatever I can for you. I promise. I submitted with a smile and a thumbs up. Thanks. I think we only stood out of the viewing deck for a few more minutes. After a particularly cold draft had swept over us, Olivia figured she had enough of the chilling air here. We made our way back inside the elevator station where Liz was standing idly. She and Olivia looked at each other for a moment. The two held their stare locked in one another for about a half a minute before Olivia lifted aside. So, what else is there to do here? I look evidently, once we have gotten back to terra firma, Liz had taken it upon herself to walk us around the entire block. The whole area was like a minuscule theme park, with a lot of sweet vendors selling tourist trap gifts. We spent the rest of the day just wandering the city park here. enjoying the late days as best as we could. Eventually, as the sun sank below the horizon, Mr. Ferris found us. I had forgotten that he'd come here in the first place because of the business meeting notice. Liz and him waved us goodbye as they broke away and headed for the parking lot, while I pushed my very tired gator girl to the metro station. I didn't think she'd mind much, honestly, as she clutched her tail to her chest and used it as a makeshift pillow. She looked so sweet like that. As the perfect background on my phone. She must have never learned of this stuff. Cause I don't think I'd sweat. But it would be worth it. Dang, we just made her a background on my phone, man. We're basically official at this point. After going home that night, Olivia texted me all night as well into the morning. We ended up talking about all sorts of things. Mia, art, various shows, just about everything. Never seen her this excited before. For some reason, for someone with a short hand, she really types fast. And for someone that doesn't much like talking at all, she sort of types a lot. I certainly can't keep up. And when she didn't want to talk, she sent more doodles and sketches. See, it wasn't really an option on my end either. And Guts' doodle ventures were quite entertaining. Since then, I've been texting more every night. Not as much since I do need my sleep. But right now, I'm just waiting for art class to end. Mr. Trigums is apparently one of those substitutes that demands complete silence until class is over, but doesn't care beyond that. So even though I'm sitting about 2 feet away from Olivia, we're having to text each other. She's quite the storyteller with these doodles. Like right now as I try to keep up with the Tales of Guts writing it. What's he writing again? He's piloting the main golem from Gundam Shield. A giant robot from one of the TV shows she's been wanting us to watch together. I mean, we would. I totally want to. Just Olivia and I sitting side by side on my couch. Maybe as I'm mad at myself. Maybe as we're getting tired, we start leaning against each other. I could even offer to keep her buzzing and tittering. What's catching my phone on the pre-perks of my desk, I see that Olivia has sent an even more detailed version of the previous drawing. I think this is why, for how dumb as it is, Vint is still fun to watch. I have no idea what this is, bro. Feels like she's about to whip out a lightsaber from Star Wars, or just gonna be some... I don't get it. I feel him. You almost didn't get your phone just now. If you'd watch it, you would. Live long. One day, baby. I thought only if it was with her. One day, yes. Oh crap, teacher. Don't want to lose my phone. Okay. After a couple minutes without any alerts, I accepted that the Gator Girl really is down for now. With a quick look at the clock on the wall, I'd figured I'd get a few more minutes before I absolutely must hide my own phone. Lycan's been out for about a week and a half, so we've been stuck with Mr. Tregums. Apparently he doesn't like electives. I swiped back looking through the pieces she sent me over the last couple hours. A lot of the references go over my head, but a few that don't earn a hearty chuckle from me. Then those are the more detailed ones, the drawings that'll be good enough to actually render. I smile as I save those. I've been meaning to ask if she finished one, but when she started doing this. But I never got around to it. I simply save it in a folder. A folder that's grown to a couple dozen now. Would a Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Thank you. The announcement made me nearly drop my phone again. They've been going on all morning, just calling random students to the office. A buzz from my phone had me checking it again to see another message from the Gator girl. Never mind. Teacher's acting weird today. Weird. I look at our substitute. Mr. Trengos isn't paying any attention to us. In fact, he's just kinda looking through the desk he sat at. Weird. Same here. I think it has to do with the office thing. I don't know, was thinking it was a short day, maybe. That was another thing. I think the entire class realized something was up with how fast class periods were going today. Oh man. I looked at my phone on the floor, the corner of the screen chipped away. Picking it back up before any of my classmates could step on it on their way to lunch. I also noticed that Ben wasn't here in class either. Hurry up, short day means lunch is early. Headed to lunch, I realized I'm not actually hungry. Strange, but I guess it's the internal clock thing. I'm just so used to eating at the same time every day. Did we get Damien back? Is Damien been healed from his yearly illness? Looks like I'm not the only one. As the YouTube boys in the cafeteria has expended to skills and transformers it's not enough to even cover up the continued analysis. Thank you. Mostly. I've gotten pretty good at weaving through the chaos relatively unscathed, but man, these guys have way too much room. What are they even fighting? But as always, the table in the back is just Damon is chatting loudly about his day so far to Olivia, who occasionally poking Liz across the table with a toy claw hand. Liz folds her arms around to shoo away the offending poke, but never bothers to crank her neck down from the rafters. She peeks up when she sees me. He perks up when he sees me. Yo, it's Inko, my man. Hey, what's going on at Olive Garden today? The way he just said that right. Whack his noggin. The meter stick falls on my head. It's just a joke, you quip. How long did it take you to come up with that one? It was about 2 in the morning last night. Whack him again. Hey. Best $10 I've ever spent. It looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. It's just like a real one. She's bullying you for saying dumb stuff. Bite me. She makes the head draw at my face. I'll go get sit somewhere else. Do it. I got a new friend right here. Oh wow, I have an actual friend that isn't addicted to makeup pheromones that make me so happy. Your ventriloquism needs a bit of work. I still think it's a little weird. I'll live a little. Say you guys aren't eating either. It's too early. I just ate when I got home. The lunch lady didn't really try on happy. Don't they don't they not try normally? The difference itself is known. I was out for like a week. I'm just gonna steal some of whatever Olivia makes later. Your own. I've changed my mind. She has too much power. This is great. Olivia reaches out to go at Damien again, but I snatch it out of the air. Oh no. I aim to pitch it right onto Olivia's snout. Bullseye. It's clamped shut. The evil is defeated. While I'm giggling like a schoolgirl, Olivia used this chance to grab the handbag. Fine, no more claw today. She has hastily stuffed a plastic toy in her backpack. After some more small talk, Damien's attention wanders to Liz, who seemed to have been lost in thought. Hey Liz, what's in your head? Just thinking about earlier today. I was talking to the principal, Skeller, this morning while running some errands for Stuco, and she was really out of it. Out of it? Yeah, like she didn't want to be here today. I tried to pry, but she clammed up, and I've never seen her like this before. She must have drank bad coffee or something. I don't think that makes people sad. I can tell you from experience, it just makes you really happy. Looks like I got a text. Liz pulled out her phone, cranking her head down to get a better look at the screen. It's from Ben. Come, I'm having the student council meeting. Huh? Normally it's just a bit more formal than that. I guess since it's a half day and all. Oh well, duty call. Sorry for having to leave early, guys. No worry, Liz. We can meet up after school. Sounds good. I'll see you later then. At least we eat. No Ben's alive. What would you guys want to do after school? I don't know. Maybe we can hang out at my place. Too cold to get in the pool, but I'm sure we can think of something. Vinny! I look over to Olivia, who doesn't seem to have any objection to the idea, but no input of her own. Got any ideas, Liz? We could doodle something, like trades. Yeah, make it into a game of sorts. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Then I can really wipe the floor with Olivia. Oh, save your breath, Nita. You know, your stuffle owns you and your chicken scratch. You know my stuffle owns you and your chicken scratch. Wanna bet? Ha! That's a sucker's bet. Alright then, loser has to pay for food. Deal. You shake hands and make a wager official. Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Thank you. The monotone voice on the intercom combined with the strange atmosphere of the school, it starts to unnerve me. We all look at the gator girl who rolls her eyes and starts wheeling away from the table towards the exit. After she left, everything felt more off. Lunch came to an end, and the school day was close to the same. There's a couple more periods before we can hang out somewhat with all the extra free time. As she showed the class, I look at Olivia's desk, still empty 5 minutes into practicum's class. I mean, yeah, she hates this class the most, but it's really because of the habit of this point. It's just like how it became a habit for me to write an extra set of notes for Olivia. I look at the two mostly blank pages in front of me. Like with our other teachers, I notice something's off with Freckling. She's barely saying anything except just asking us to read chapters on the Great War. I do just as asked. And 5 pages in, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that that it was the stupidest reason for a war to break out. A bunch of European countries unhappy with the rules by a bunch of other European emperors, decided to revolt and drag all their allies into quagmire. I'm really struggling to make sense of the information, made worse with how outdated the textbooks are. Seriously, their writing is so bad it gotta be a crime. It's oozing pre-Gilded Age corporations. Corporatism, the kind that genuinely believes that anything bigger than a gathering of 10 people was a foreign union. With a sigh, I busy myself with taking notes for myself and Olivia. As I do, my eyes continue to wander the class. Everyone looks just as disinterested in the subject matter. I look over to Miss Brockling, and she herself doesn't seem interested in the subject matter as well. In fact, she's just kinda staring off into space. It's highly unusual considering how much emphasis she puts on proper class focus. Yet there she is, spacing out like she has nothing better. Yeah, she's no better than a teenager she's teaching on a daily. I'm almost tempted to raise my hand and ask her questions to snap her back into reality when the room speaker comes to life. Would Incognito please report to the office? I look up to Miss Prackling. I got called, but she's still the arbiter of who leaves her class and when. But she doesn't meet my eyes at all. If anything, it looks like she's actively trying to avoid eye contact. I pack my things and shuffle out the classroom, all the while the stares and murmurs when other students grew more intense. My mind immediately begins to wander. Why am I being summoned to the office? They sure are calling up a lot of people. Maybe it's related to 2 weeks ago. The only thing keeping me company on my march to the principal's office is the sound of rubber soling on tile. They must spend a fortune on polishing these floors. It's not long before I notice another pair of footsteps coming from somewhere ahead of me. I squint my eyes, quickly recognizing the figure that approached me. It's Ben. I guess the student council wrapped up their meeting though. There's no signs of Liz anywhere. As the Parasaurus makes his way closer, I noticed he had a complex expression on his face. Hey Ben, what's going on? He flinches as I call his name, and looks around like a lost child before he spots me. We make eye contact for a few seconds, but he doesn't say anything. Everything alright, dude? Suddenly he turns away and continues down the hall. I have a sinking feeling taking hold on my chest. I almost tried to speak up to stop him, but I don't think anything to say. But I can't think of anything to say. I guess I better get going. Pot is about to get thick. After another minute of walking, I reach the door of the principal's office and find it wide open. Come in. I step in the office and close the door behind me, following the source of the deep voice. I realize now that I've never seen the interior of the office before. It's fairly standard for an office, as a long wooden table and filing cabinet, a few spotted plants, and a couple shelves for storing all sorts of things. However, on close inspection, I notice things look a little more disheveled than I expected. Manually folded folders are skewed across the desk, one of the filing cabinet drawers hanging open, a potted plant are either overwatered or wilting. Is this really Slur's office? Mr. Nita. My attention is suddenly pulled away towards the hulking figure sitting behind the desk. I can only imagine what the office chair is going through right now. Sir, is everything alright? Have a seat. He motions to a small plastic chair on my side of the desk. How have you been, Inka? I oblige his request, taking a seat and trying to suppress my anxiety. I think I'm doing well. He nods to himself, holding his eyes closed. That's good to hear. The well looks down at an open folder on his desk, taking a moment to look over some documents. I have news for you regarding your instructor for AP art design and photograph. You mean Mr. Lankins? Yes, Mr. Lankins. A fine teacher, if students' surveys are anything to go by. He's also quite he also spoke quite highly of you. Did you have a strong relationship with him? Yeah, I think so. Did something happen? Mark drops as Mr. Ferris' brows lowers even slightly. Suddenly the tone takes completely shifts into one more cynical. Over the last 2 years, Mr. Lampkins has been suffering from a rare form. What? Chrono. Chronodoris coma that originated in his vertebrae. His tone is heavy. I don't quite know what element he just named. Like he should spit on a doctor responsible for discovering it. But the practice, movements, and worn out features are undeniable. He is by no means a grouchy man, but the tiredness he tries to hide is barely concealed. Every student he's broken the news to has taken something more from him. Tempting himself slightly to be as tactful as he can, the attempt reference is lost as he recites a scripted line just a few too many times already. He just musters much more than this flatted. We were just gonna let that slide. We're never gonna go back for that one. This analyzation means nothing. I'm just distracting myself from the reality of the situation, as though prolonging the confirmation will keep it from happening. Mr. Ferris noticed my subtle confusion and clarifies like he must have done a few dozen times already. Bone cancer. Mr. Lanton was well advised by medical professions about the treatment the treatment options available to him, and the district offered him a general medical leave in recognition of his tenure here at State Mahad. He turned both of these down. The cacophony of thoughts swirling in my head makes it nearly impossible to think, impossible to focus on anything right now at all I can do to relieve it, revel in it. Time passes, I'm not sure how much, but I still can't get a grip on my own mind. Ferris is calmly waiting for me to say something, but I can tell he's becoming uncomfortable. There's only one thing that I can muster and willing to ask. Why? The well grimace. I wish I had an answer. His inflection tells me of his own questioned thoughts. The shame seems to give Ferris the energy to continue however. On Sunday, Mr. Landers was hospitalized due to complications with his illness. He passed away the following morning. Olivia was called here before me. Counseling will be available for you if anyone else afflicted. Sorry, do you know where Olivia went? No, she didn't say. I like to go now, Mr. Ferris. Yes, feel free. I stand up from the plastic chair, pushing it closer to the principal's desk, offering one last nod to the superintendent. If I said that right, that would be crazy. I let myself out of the office as soon as the door clicked shut. I started running. Shit. Where would she go? The studio room, maybe? The best lead I have. Thanks to all those gym classes, I have no trouble getting there quickly. My new destination takes me up the main staircase of the school and into the second floor, and not long before I stared down the hallway of Miss Galanton's classroom. I breathed a sigh of relief by the spot Olivia sat in front of the door. God, what do I even say to her? My thoughts came crashing to a halt as I see another dinosaur beside her, gesturing manically. Ben. From an outsider view, it looks like Ben is trying to talk her into something, but there is such a stark contrast between their moods. I suppose Ben is mourning too, but maybe he's just handling it differently. That's the plan I have in mind. What do you think of it, Olivia? Yeah, okay. Every replies came off weak and unfocused, like she's trying, like she wasn't talking to Ben at all. Can I count on you to be a part of it? Sure. I mean, I'm sure from you, this doesn't seem like a conversation I should intrude on. I'll just catch up with Olivia later. Honestly, I'm somewhat surprised Ben is talking to her. No, maybe that Olivia is listening to Ben. Those differences are being put aside. For once, our priorities align, and I had thought it come to find Olivia too. I wonder, Lennekins was the mentor to each of us. Like, he'd always been around to help us, but now, all the little things that make you ancients or aggravator is gone in an instant. And all that's left is reality. Why bother with this dramatic garbage if now not the time to be brought together than when? I'm thinking too much. My hands are shivering, something in my heart threatens to fall apart, but not now. Her voice is too quiet for me to hear, but however she said wasn't what Ben wanted to hear. Olivia, I need to know that you're with me on this. Yeah, Olivia. Ben knees right next to Olivia's chair, putting the two on eye level, so she keeps her averted to her side. I need to know that you're in this fully. There's a strange panic in the Parasaurus's voice, pleasing Olivia for him. Finally, after what felt like a few minutes despite it only being 4 to 5 seconds, Olivia looks back at Ben's face and gives him a meek nod. I'm going to take that as a yes then. The Gator girl gives no other replies to Ben's words and only sign that his words have registered in her mind was her hands suddenly yet gently shaking, all while her clothes dug even deeper into her wheelchair armrest. Her bulwark broke at last, seeing the droplet from her eyes drive in sheer pain through my chest. My instinct drove me forward beyond my common sense. I gripped the blue boy's shoulder and pulled him up. Ben. First, her eyes snapped up towards me. He makes eye contact with me, and desperate emotions coat his face. Inko, what are you doing here? I wanted to see Olivia. Olivia's silver eyes finally lift, and the pain reflects in them threatens to shatter my aching heart. Ben looks back to see those mournful eyes too, though his reaction seems the opposite to mine as a smile drew across his face. Inko, hear me out. I'm trying to organize an eulogy for Lincoln. You know, saying our goodbyes to him. He deserves it at least. Olivia, me, and you, he helped each other so much in. While the Parasaur realm was on, I turned my attention solely on Olivia. I pushed past Ben and take a knee next to Olivia, now in eye contact with her. Ben finally stopped sucking. I can feel his stare pouring in the back of my head. He wants to answer for whatever he was just talking about. A eulogy for Mr. Lincoln. It's so surreal to think about that. To think that I spoke with him only yesterday and today he's gone. An eulogy. Yeah, it's the least we can do for Lincoln as his pupil. He deserves so much more though. So much. Right, yeah, Olivia's probably feeling what I'm feeling right now. This fight between reality and emotion. Lincoln's gone and I'm still trying to process it, trying to accept the fact that I'll never see him again. Or listen to him again. Or get the advice from him again. I never get to impress him or show him how much I've improved because of his lessons. I don't think I'm ready to accept that he's gone. Ben clears his throat, snapping me from my stupor and back onto our current reality. I'm sorry to be so pushy, but I need to know if you and Olivia are in or not. Ben turns to look at Olivia as he says those words. Olivia, meanwhile, continues to stare absent-mindedly at the wall, almost as if Ben's words were not emanating from right next to her, but a few dozen miles away instead. Ben, I don't think. I should feel a cold scale hand fall atop my own. I turned to look at Olivia's pain-stricken eyes and gazed deeply into mine, pleading and begging to make the pain vanish. I don't quite know what I should do. Do any of us know what quite really to do? Why, you're making me answer this question. Ben has the right idea. We should all say goodbye together. Yeah, for sure, lads. Can you give us some time, Ben? The student council president taken back by my words, but you, Olivia. His frustration with us seems to grow with each second. Ben, look, we know. I turned fully to Ben with my hands raised defensively. Ben, listen. We need to do this. For Lincolns. For everyone that cared about him. For us. So why won't you help me? We want to, Ben, really. But can't you see that what you're asking for is way too soon? Damn it, we just found out. His breathing is haggard now, his composure completely blown, and his own pain is painted across his face as he allows his glasses to slide away from his puffy red eyes. Just Ben. Her voice is soft and gentle. Her head turns back to me, and her own pain still in her eyes, but only sympathy. Also sympathy too. She looks forward, her own words are more resolved. Ben, I understand. The Parasaurus boy's breathing hitches. You're right, we should do this, and I will. I promise I will. But it's too soon. We all need time. But he clenches his teeth, followed by his fists. He takes a sharp, uneven breath. His glasses slides off his face right into the floor. He's so agitated, so expressive, and devastated that he doesn't seem to care. My free hand finds it into one of my other friend's shoulder, firmly forming a full ink link between us. Olivia reaches down to pick up the prescription glasses, using her sleeves to smudge off whatever. My friend struggles, his already broken composure fragile even further. His hands shake as he accepts the pre-offered eyewear from Olivia, having great difficulty setting them back on track. When he can finally look from the floors, his eyes are even more raw with fresh pain. You promise? Olivia nods as quivering at the quivering question. Her own lips start to shake as well. Yes, but for now, Ben finally gets it as his emotions dampen near bursting. Yeah, you're right, sorry. Ben walks up to me and pats me on the shoulder with a final solemn looking at Olivia and nod towards me. He walked out the classroom and leaves Olivia and I alone. At the door clicking behind me, I hear Olivia take a sharp and shortly breath before turning to look at me. Let me get some water, man. Hold up. Alright. Her eyes are glossy and puffy on the edges. The trails of tear stains down her cheek. And her expression is of someone who doesn't want to believe that it's true, but knows deep down that it is. I look at her, I feel my emotions come back twice as hard. No, I need to be strong for her sake, damn it. Olivia, I tried to find the proper words to say something to her, anything that could give her any sense of comfort to ease her pain, but I feel my throat begin to tighten, like someone's hand is around my neck. I don't even notice that I'm crying until my vision becomes blurry with tears. Without thinking, I wrap my arms around the barn knocks. Okay, this is a serious moment. And pulls her inside. Olivia seems shocked at first, frozen by the sudden reaction. But then I feel a pair of arms wrap around me, hands clutching my jacket. Olivia begins to softly sob in my shoulder. I feel my own resolve break down as I hear the increasing pains in her cries. When we're like this, I can't even pretend to be strong, be the stronger one anymore. Maybe I could bear the pain of blankets, but seeing Olivia like this, I hold on tighter. I don't want to let her go. Suddenly, she mumbles something into my shoulder. What was that? We pulled apart and I look over Olivia. Her sunken face is covered in splooshed and trail wet of dry tears. She hyperventilates and looks like an absolute mess right now. Despite this, her eyes are fierce and lively as they meet mine. I need to do something. Right now? She doesn't respond, hurriedly rolling down the hall towards the elevator. Where would she? The fountain? Only place she could go in. I step forward to follow her, but stop. No matter how I try, I can't continue. This is Olivia's promise, not mine. I have no right to intrude into that like this. I hesitated to rob me of a chance in the matter, and she went alone. I'm an idiot. Alone in this freezing weather, while she's going through this? What the hell am I thinking? I start my silent march to the halls, out the building, and into the frozen wilderness. It's cold out, freshly starting to snow. The world just feels so much smaller, muted, and colorless. Now is not the time. We must find Olivia. The thin tire tracks of the thinly laid snow paved out down the sidewalk, and I follow them. The path is serene. The falling fleckles of white make this feels like one of Olivia's landscapes. The fountain must be just around the corner. Oh God, I should have gone with her. Of course the fountain is only accessible with stairs. The steps over a tail of are tall and coated with thin layers of ice. It's a death trap. Something rolls down and bumps my shoe. It's one of Olivia's hands, and my face flashes with the heat of my blood running cold. Oh God, I won't lose 2 people one day, please. I will myself to look up. 8 steps up, Olivia's wheelchair is toppled over on its back. Seat ripped, wheel spread, Olivia is 2 steps further, halfway on the step ledge, her arm reaches for the next one. Olivia stops and slowly looks back, and looks at shock and humility at being seen like this. She turns back and starts pulling herself up the next step. Damn it, Olivia. I take a step up and catch myself. It's a wonder she even got this far. But I find my balance and start marching towards her. Her arms slip on the ledge, she falls back. I catch her in my arms from behind. I didn't make it. She looks up at me, her eyes still filled with tears. I carefully set her down on one of the steps. She hides her face in her palms. I feel lambkins. Olivia chokes back and sobs. I'm just so stupid. It's just a stupid fuck up. Looking chair. And then continues to weep. I guess where to constantly censor myself intentionally. It's just there and there for a moment trying to figure out what to do. I really haven't been in a situation like this. Poor girl is shaking. Whether it's from the cold or her situation, I don't know. Instinctively, I wrap my arms around her and pull her close to me. Olivia shifts her body accordingly and we end up in an embrace once more. Her sobbing calms down to just occasional hiccups and her body is no longer seeping the heat from me either. I'm sorry, Nico. Sorry for what? Everything. Being an asshole, being a failure, making you waste your time with me. I'm just awful. Don't say that. I love you. That's what I wanted to say. Now isn't the time. I'm your friend, you know that. I'm here for you the same way you're here for me. Olivia breaks away from our hug, her face tear-stained, but she isn't crying anymore. She looks down at her wheelchair. Do you have a spare at home? No. I stand up, look back up the stairs towards the fountain and back at Olivia. I can call Liz if you want. She can pick us up after we're done. We can worry about your chair then. You're not a fear, Olivia. We're getting you to that fountain. I reach my hand down towards her. Olivia, confused, and rolls into a soft smile as she stares my hand and then back at me. Come closer, let me grab your shoulder. I've done this a few times before. I lean in closer and Olivia pivots as best as she can. Once more, she uses her tail to anchor in place of her legs. It's holding her pretty well, never considerate, but that tail must be pretty muscular. Let's go. I want to make Lenikin proud. I climb up the next stairs, planting my foot on the solid ground. Olivia waits for me to stop before quickly moving her tail to the next step as well. It sort of felt like we're each one leg. Simple enough. It only now occurred to me how close we are now. But close, I mean, I'm practically cradling Olivia on my side. Up another step. Eventually, we make it to the top. I managed to shuffle into the fountain. You can just put me down right here. Alright. I gently lower Olivia down and place her on the lip of the fountain. There's just enough space for her to sit along the edge with one leg resting on top and the other hanging off the ledge. She looks into the still water and contemplates. My eyes follow her, focusing in on the coin that has settled at the bottom of the fountain. So hard to see the good ice. I stuffed my hand in my pocket for warmth, feeling the skin of my knuckles starting to split around. My finger drifts over the quarter I usually use on my lunchtime drink. Powerful sneeze draws me away from the meandering thought to see the gator girl quivering cold on the concrete scene. Her jaws clenched tight, baring her sharp teeth to the world. Her nostrils flare with each of her breaths, the hot air creates a puffy visibleness, and her eyes are filled to the brim with fiery rage and salty fear. I want to break the silence between us, ask her for her thoughts. She's deep within them now, raging within her own mind. Finally having the moment to process everything that happened. In the end, it's Olivia that breaks the silence with a single quiet, this strange field curse. Her eyes shut, keeping her tears from falling. A hiss seeps through her lips. I made it. I finally made it, but the thought doesn't finish. She lets her shoulder down and turns her gaze away from the sprouting water. Listlessly gazing towards the upshored afternoon sun that just manages to peek through the clouds and the snow-covered trees. Maybe she's imagining that where he is now. But what's now? I withdraw my hand from my pocket, holding it open for her to see the pocket change in my palm. Scanning over the water features before us, I think back to all the times I wanted to do this, just with someone else. How about we make a wish? Olivia's brow furrows as she glazes off to the side. Her fingers grip her hoodie as I watch as she's considering my suggestion thoroughly. Sure, a wish sounds nice right now. I motion her forward. The gator girl holds her hand out to me and drop a quarter in her palm. On 3? I nod in reply. 1, 2, 3. I wish for our 2 coins flip in the air together. I watch as the coins spin skywards, crashing through the fallen snowflakes. At their apex, the coins seem to pause, just briefly touching one another. And with a synchronized plop, both the quarters hit the water together. Leaning forward, I see the coins are even leveled on the same side heads. I wonder if that's double our chances, or makes our wish come true or something. I let out a huff and amusement from Lily's compliment. The more I think about it, the more I hope it does. We stay there looking at the fall together in silence. We stay here in silence. For a moment, I feel as though time has stopped in all this. It's just me, Olivia, experiencing this moment together. It almost makes me forget What had just transpired, what we were dealing with, what kind of future the two of us were looking at. For this moment though, none of those dreadful thoughts mattered. What matters right now is finding a small bit of peace of solace. I like a bit calm before the storm that was inevitably coming. A harsh wind chill finally brings Olivia and I out of thought. And I'm sorry for being super distant earlier. You don't have to apologize for that, Olivia. Everyone goes through these sort of things differently. I know, but I just feel bad. I know I'm not the only one who's sad that Lankins is gone, but her pause makes me stop and turn around to face her. I can see it in her face that she's trying to form the right words. Lankins was the first person who I felt was a role model for me. He didn't just believe in me, he made me believe in myself, not just my art, but being able to succeed in general. I knew that Lankins meant a lot to her, but I never realized he meant that much to her. More than anything, he actually cared about me, about my thoughts, about my dreams. I felt. Olivia's lip trembled as she struggles to voice the thought. Normal. God, I probably sound stupid saying that. I shake my head and say, you didn't. Mr. Lansing was important to me as well. It's okay, Olivia. I know how you felt. He gave me some of the best advice I've ever gotten from anyone, and encouraged me to follow my dreams like you. I wish I had met him sooner. There is a moment of silence between us, and the air filled with a mix of sympathetic emotions. A shared sadness from the passing of someone who made an impact in both of our lives, but a sense of thankfulness that he's graced our lives. I guess we both got our issues, huh? Yeah, I guess so. A fresh breeze of icy air sends a shoulder down my spine. So, what should we do now? I pat off the rolling pile of snow off my shoulder. Let's see. I look at my phone. School's ending in 10 minutes. You wanna just chill here until then? No pun intended. Sure. I look around, noticing a tiny branch for two nestling against a tree. The gator girl must have noticed as she already holding her arm out. I recall something a certain paragraph afterwards. I kneel down, facing away from Olivia. I can feel the icy flake melt off me as Olivia leans against me again. Her powerful arms wrap around my shoulder, clawed fingers digging into my jacket. My fingers lock together to form a makeshift seat for her behind me. With my passenger secured, I make a beeline for the bench. Lest I got caught up in what I felt pressing into my back. She lets herself drop onto the bench, uncaring for her landing. Taking a page from Olivia's book, I also drop uncaringly next to her, just glad to have some shelter from the increasing snowfall. So here we are, mission complete for Olivia. Now what? Her curiosity compels me to ask Olivia something. If you don't mind me asking, what did you wish for? I don't think you can tell someone what you wish for or else it won't come true. The superstitious side of myself says that she has her fair point, so I decide not to for sure any further. Just curious though. We continue relaxing in comfortable silence. I mean, I don't mind telling you if you tell me yours. I guess that's only fair. What did I wish for just now? It's hard to put into words. It's not something specific, rather a feeling that I kept coming back to. Back before I came to school, I would wish for more friends or a more successful future, or to take back something embarrassing from the past. But now that I think about it, I didn't need to make a wish. That's too big. I know, but I don't know how else to put it. Come on, at least try. My best memory from the past few months. This being outside in the freezing cold. No, not that. What do you mean then? I struggle to find words without making myself sound stupid. You know, we just hung out a lot together. But it's not often that it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. Yeah, that doesn't happen a lot. I wish it was like this more often. Just the two of us. The Baronok's eyes grew wide. Shoot, maybe that came across too weird. I mean, I just want to get closer to you now. I watched the beginning of a blush form across Olivia's cheeks. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. I want to, get to know you. You're stuck in a loop, Nico. It's over. You guys was away laughing nervously as her tone changes drastically. Yeah, I understand totally. I breathed a sigh of relief. You want to know what I wished for? If you don't want to share, you don't have to. No, I actually yours, it's only right. I wish to know what I want to wish for. I glanced across the bench towards her. I can't make sense of anything right now. I want today to be over, frozen, and to have never happened at all. I want Lantern back. I don't want to just replace him with someone else. It's too late to start over again. She stopped to wipe her tears, wrap her eyes, but they're already dry. All I ever wanted was someone he would be proud of, to be someone he would be proud of. But it just feels impossible. She looks away. I end up thinking something lame, sorry. What's that? Olivia's still looking away, so while I can hear her hesitant, I can't tell what she's thinking. I threw that coin out of everything racing to her mind. One thing that stuck out the most was just. She chewed her lips in contemplation, words for a moment, and when she finally continued, her voice softly whispers, I want someone I can trust. I feel my face heating up from her words and her tone. Even with her head turned, I noticed a red flush peeking over Olivia's face too. I instinctively jerked my head in the other direction. Shoot, what do I do now? We're both sitting motionless, neither daring to say another word. If I listen carefully, I feel like I can hear her heartbeat from here. She can probably hear mine as well. I didn't even notice the cold anymore. Maybe we can just stay like this for a few weeks. No, don't be ridiculous. You need to tell her how you feel. I clear my throat, searching for words that won't come. She just said she wanted someone to trust. I mean, you can trust me. I hear shuffling from Olivia. Damn it, I can't work up the nerves to turn my head towards her. My neck feels like a rusty hinge as I try to disobey my body and look at her through my peripherals. Do you trust me? Despite my words, she nods her head vigorously and the blush grows dangerously bright. Well, I shift my body towards her on the bench. I trust you too. Suddenly she shakes her head a bit before bringing herself back to life. Maybe I can be honest with you then. You're silly and you're ridiculous. Maybe a little over-optimistic. You're thoughtful and adventurous, and you're so willing to just take me with you. You don't treat me any differently for stupid things. She lightly hits the armrest of the bench. I guess I stopped noticing it at some point. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you like. So many words dance at the tip of my tongue. Like. My mouth and my brains are at a standstill. One wanted to just blurt out whatever, while the other kept it all and dismantled it in a thoughtful manner. What comes out is... A furious thought rips from the gator's nose, followed by a pealing laughter. Out of embarrassment and shame, I covered my face with my head. What was that? I cursed my nerves as I tried to protest her continuous glunter vlog. Come on, Olivia, I'm really trying. The snowflake that managed to still land on me melts away from the extreme heat rating radiating from my forehead. Olivia acquaintances through drawing back into a very smug grin. Okay, take two, Inga. My head temperature finally drops from the core of the sun to the more manageable volcano. Thanks, jerk. Seeing that small quirk on her lips, I can't stop a smile from growing on my face. I guess be honest with her and yourself. Honest. At the very start, I thought you were just out of it. What? You almost ran me over in the hallway. Oh. She frowns and looks away. Sorry. And then you tried to get my seat moved. Sorry. And the claw thing today. Not sorry about that. I figured. And you used to be hard to talk to. I felt awkward every time I even tried. Like, thank Raptor Jesus for Damien and Liz, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten to know you for real. The real you. Olivia wrings her clawed fingers together. And what do you think of the real me? She's easily the most caring person I've ever known. I mean, yeah, she can be a little selfish and doesn't think ahead sometimes. But when she cares for something, she just adds to do everything she possibly can for whatever it is. Words. Is that what you think? Yeah, I think you're quite caring, passionate, and what? And I know Mr. Lincoln saw that in you too. Olivia's eyes water at the mention of a mentor. Thank you, Inga. Now's the time, Inga. Just say it. Hey, Inga. Say it. Just say it already. Do you like me? Yes? Why does talk have to be so hard? I know, right, Inga? Words. I prepared for Olivia's smug one-liner to crush my weak confession. Instead, I watch as Olivia brings her hood up and hides her eyes with it. Really? For some reason, seeing her like this fills me with well of confidence. Yeah. Can I? Hear you say it? I like you, Olivia. I don't get how. Her hood peels away just enough so I can see her shimmering silver eyes. Why would you like someone like me? Bruh. Bruh. Well, I just said I like you too. Olivia brings her legs to her chest, holding the limbs tightly to her. She brings her hoodie helm over her leg, transforming herself into a crocodile-shaped igloo. And a liver glue. Slipper's worth a bad idea. Oh crap, yeah, you okay? Fine, just call someone. I cough awkwardly to get my phone out to call Liz. Hello, Inko, is that you? Aren't you supposed to be in class right now? Scalar let Olivia and I out early. Oh, okay. I was told about Professor Lampkins. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm with Olivia by the old park by the school. Her chair is busted and we're kinda stuck. There is a keening whine from the bundled crocodile next to me, her tails wrapping around her as if to hug herself. Broken in this weather? Are you two okay? We're fine. Can you pick us up? Sure, I think I remember where that was. I'm with Principal Scalar right now. Once we're finished, I can get you two on the way home. Thanks. After some shuffling, the call drops. I turn back to Olivia. She seems more anxious than anything right now. You alright? Yeah, I'll be okay. The stove pile maw of the I live by glue. Olivia Glow chatters quietly in the calm. My concerns finally took hold, forcing me to finally close the gap between us. She said the chair had no replacement. It'll take a while for anyone to come in. That means she'll be trapped at home, completely sealed off on the outside. Man, the beginning of Olivia's annoying process dies of exposure, becoming a grumbling acceptance as I wrap my arms around her, shivering. You're lucky you're warm, Inga. Yeah, I definitely feel like it. As her body shifts and nestles closer against me, Olivia's tail lay on my lap. The shivering we, I know this word, come on. Rev, Frescurin, do it the most. I lay my palm atop it, feeling the cold limb shaking slowly still. Some long distant trivia about limbs losing heat the fastest springs to mind. In hopes of keeping the frostbite away, I pet the heavy tail. And as I do, I hear the silliest sound rumbling from Olivia's chest and through the rest of her. It's like a purring cat almost. There's a new sensitivity on my cheek now, soft and warm. She, her lips are planted firmly on my cheeks, and this feels nice. As I continue to warm her tail for her, I feel her warm lips press more and more against my cheeks. I don't know if kisses are supposed to get this long and be this wet. And now the lips are moving, and some pointy things are there, and and that's received. Oops. Olivia instantly lets go of my cheeks from her non-lethal bite. Oh, sorry. I'm new to this stuff. I'm nervous. It's okay, really. I put my hands on my cheeks and feel the damage. I feel the index of her fang, but nothing serious. I almost even start falling asleep before we hear a car pull up on the bottom of the hill. Olivia perks up and leans forward to try to see who it is. A few seconds later, Liz's head rises above the stairs, scanning like a submarine periscope. Crap, it's gonna be tough getting all the way down, even with Liz's help. I look back and smile at Olivia. She huddles against herself and clings to my arm. You ready? Today seemed to drag on endlessly. Liz's arrival had end our embrace as she as she had quite the dour look on her face. She said she's been in the meeting with the principal, and I could only imagine how the faculty and student council were reacting to Lincoln's passing. Her mood seemed to lift a little, at least, when she saw Olivia and I both huddled together beneath the tree. Olivia's mood, on the other hand, plummeted, probably from the way Liz and I had to carry her to the car. The ride to the Payne's household had been silent, save for Olivia's grumbling and embarrassment. I think it would be in a similar mood if I was treated like a sack of potatoes, but then again, how else were we supposed to carry her? I should suggest more leg workouts to Coach Sully, just in case. Alright, so we pull up to the frosted home. Damien and Randy were waiting for us at the curb. The older man looks over at Olivia with worry. When your friends told us Sophie and I were beside ourselves. I'm fine, Randy just. Randy didn't really hear her, as the instant her car door was open, her legal guardian pulled her up in one hell of a bear hug. Come on, I'll get you kids some hot cocoa. Damien watches on with a smile of relief that his father hurdles her over his shoulder and marches her into the hall. You guys want to stick around? Randy's still in school, so we'll have the concert to ourselves. It's still pretty early, all things considered. Sure, I'll love some hot cocoa right now. Liz? I like to really, but the council still needs to prepare the arrangements for Lincoln's. Well, maybe I'll come by after again. Oh, alright, well if you do, I'll make sure there's some cocoa left. Appreciate it. With that, Liz drove off down the street. Come on, let's head inside before you turn into a popsicle. Settling into the well-worn couch, I noticed a distant lack of Bernard's. Where's Olivia? Randy chimes in from the kitchen, busying himself with the old-fashioned kettle. Randy, she wanted to rest on her bed for now, boys. Give her some time. No one can resist hot cocoa during weather like this, especially how I make it. Never had a homebrewed hot chocolate. Never had a homebrewed hot chocolate. But if it's anything like his cooking, then it must be a good stuff. Must be the good stuff. After a few minutes, Randy comes out with a tray. Olivia, Damien, Vinny, so I can type Vinny's cup. Here you guys go. He passes around a few Christmas-themed mugs labeled with the family's name and leaves the last one on top of the nearby drawer. You're going to have to be Vinny for a bit. You cool with that? Yeah, thanks, Randy. Man, you look cold. Were you out there long? It's true, but now the snow on my jacket melted and my clothes are chilled and soaked. Feel free to take a load off until you warm. I'll be in my bedroom resting. Holler if you need anything else. He gives Damien a pat on the back and leaves. The mug gets hot to the touch, but it's a welcome feeling to warm up my icy fingers. I take a moment to gently blow air on the beverage to cool it down before moving it to my lips. Yeah, it's pretty good. Damien is chugging his, going deep. I wish I could be him right now, my whole body just needs up. He finishes the swig and sets the glass down. That must have been half of it in one go. Well, there are multiple ways to enjoy anything. After the days is wet and weather, I really needed this. Another sip is helping warm me up. I didn't even notice how cold I was. Hey, Vinny. Yeah? You good? I'm holding it together, yeah, still a bit scattered. I don't blame you. Hey, Pops doesn't want you venturing back into the tundra out there. You up for a game or something? He gestures to the entertainment set out. Nah, but you go ahead, I'll watch. Damien thinks for a second, and a few gears in his head turns in conflict. Really? I don't mind. Alright, I'll get set up. Damien sets his game up, searching several mismatched cases for the right CD, and gives the screen a good thumb to get it to work properly. Grab the controller, he turns on the X-Rocks one, selecting something called Rock Ring OHDHC, and settles down into the groove in his couch. What is this game supposed to be? Rock Ring? It's a fighting game, most likely. It's one of my favorites in the series. After a few minutes or two gathering a full lobby, the dinosaur dino picks his class and begins to venture rampage. On a virtual rampage. Only a few minutes in, he managed to get the first kill. I'm just a bit burned out today, getting pretty tired actually. Hey Inca, yeah? Olivia didn't come back with her wheelchair, did something happen? Yeah, she isn't taking Lancone's passing well. Man, well I'm glad you were there for her. Five men on the screen lost in the vibrant violence as some in-game announcer proclaims Damon's digital massacre. That sounds like Ayla. On his part, Damien's frill waves like crazy, and it looks as if his arms also wanted to wave in victory. You want to talk about it? I don't want to take up your time, Damien. Come on, man. We've known each other for a while. You can be honest with me. Not sure to where to begin, really. Lambskin was really cool. I don't really have the rights to word for it. However, I think I'm unqualified to speak on it compared to Olivia. She knew him better than I ever did. He was important to her,